Hello learners, welcome back to the course on learning and development in organization. We move to a new session where we'll be looking into specifically the tools and techniques for learning and developments. We were, all across this module, we were looking into what are the innovation techniques, and more precisely, we looked into what all are the possible evaluation, techniques, or how to actually see through the effectiveness of learning and development initiatives when technology is there. So last two sessions, typically, we try to link technology and learning and development. Today, we'll look into specifically some of the tools that are used in industry in the present day scenario and will be used in a futuristic orientation. So tools may get evolved, but these are some of the relevant tools at present, and that is what I want to present to you today. I'm Dr. Abraham Cyril Issac. I'm an assistant professor at the School of Business, Indian Institute of Technology, Guwahati. Now, when you talk about the tools and techniques, we'll start with the basic theme that collaboration allows teachers to capture each other's fund of collective intelligence. You must have heard of different types of fund, but when you're talking about the fund of collective intelligence, this is what collaboration actually ensures. Collaboration gives you a typical, input into what would be the total fund, and that's how the collective wisdom comes out, and you can better any circumstances, or you can solve any problem within the organization. So let's start by understanding what are learning and development tools. L&D tools are basically software solutions and platforms that typically facilitate or manage and enhance employee training, skill development, and continuous organizational learning. So these tools help organizations to create, deliver, track, and optimize learning programs, ensuring employees to gain the knowledge and skills to perform their roles effectively. So when you talk about tools, it is all about how effectively they can perform the duty and what is the type of support that these particular platforms or software solutions are extending to the programs existing. So this is what we typically understand by L&D tools. So now let's look into the types of L&D tools that are used extensively in learning and development. So we have a whole list. We'll try to explain it in the coming slides. But to start with, we have the LMS. We had a glimpse into what are the learning management systems. We'll look into that more deeply now. We also know digital adoption platforms. There are also typical tools for L&D like learning experience platforms, which again we have touched upon in the previous modules. There's something called as course authoring tools. There is something called as micro-learning platforms, which we have extensively discussed. There's knowledge sharing specific tools, and there are collaborative platforms. So we'll look into each one of them in detail. When we talk about the learning management system or LMS, typically, corporate LMS platforms manage, they deliver and track the training programs, allowing organizations to assign courses, monitor progress, and generate performance reports. So I'll give you some examples. Again, this cannot be an exhaustive list because time and again some new LMS systems, they come up, they beat the existing one in terms of efficiency and effectiveness. But what is generally used nowadays, I'll try to brush upon that. We start with the Talent MS. Talent LMS or learning management system is a cloud-based platform. It's a cloud-based platform known for its user-friendly interface and flexibility. So making it ideal for small to medium-sized businesses. So it simplifies course creation and management, catering to diverse training needs. So if you look into this Talent LMS, typically you'll see that it is having certain good features, like it is promising in terms of easy creation and organization of courses with support for various content formats including SCORM and XAPI. We also see that this has a possibility and a potential to incorporate gamified elements like badges, points, and leaderboards to enhance learner engagement and motivation. And It also allows assignment of specific permissions and roles to users, facilitating tailored access and control. Another significant learning management system that is used nowadays is Learn Upon. Learn Upon is a versatile LMS focused on delivering scalable training solutions. So delivering scalable training solutions for businesses, typically, if you ask me, aiming to align the learning with organizational objectives. So it centralizes the training activities, ensuring a cohesive learning experience. So the key features include what we can understand as management of multiple audiences with distinct portals, each customizable to specific branding and the content requirements. And please note, it also combines online courses with instructor-led training sessions, both in the virtual and in-person mode. And it also provides comprehensive analytics to track learner progress, course completion rates, and typically the engagement metrics. The third and the most popular, I will say, is Moodle. Moodle is an open source LMS. That's why the popularity, renowned for its flexibility and extensive customization options, widely adopted across educational institutions and corporate environments. So when you explore the Moodle, you'll see that there are a wide range of plugins and modules to extend functionality, allowing tailored learning experiences. So most of the universities, most of the institutions, educational institutions, organizations use Moodle. It includes forums, wikis, and group activities to foster interactive learning and peer engagement. So when you talk about Moodle, it provides a detailed mobile app, ensuring learners that they can access content on various devices. So it supports quizzes, it supports assignments and surveys with customizable grading methods. So typically it enables multilingual support. Now let's look into the digital adoption platform, what we understand as Dept. Digital adoption platform, ladies and gentlemen, provide no-code content editors to create in-app guidance and real-time support, helping employees learn software while working through tooltips or walkthroughs or self-help widgets. So all in the flow of the work, they can catch up with that. So one of the popular one in case of being a Dept or a digital adoption platform is Whatfix. So you look into Whatfix. Whatfix is a versatile Dept that enhances user adoption through in-app guidance and personalized support. So it offers a no-code editor, enabling organizations to create interactive walkthroughs, tooltips, and self-help menus directly within applications. So Whatfix supports seamless integration across web, across the desktop and mobile platforms, whatever you're using, providing a consistent user experience. Its robust analytics, if you ask me, delivers the insights into user behavior, insights in facilitating data-driven decisions to optimize the software utilization. So additionally, this Whatfix also offers multilingual support. That is why it is popular, and it caters to a diverse workforce, mostly in many organizations which make use of this. So when you talk about Whatfix, there are certain typical features that distinguishes it from others. It is crucial in developing app guidance without coding expertise. It helps in ensuring consistent experiences across all the platforms, as I mentioned, web, desktop, or mobile applications, whatever the case be. Gain insights into user interactions and adoption metrics with advanced analytics, and it collects real-time feedback in the flow of work on their in-app content and product flows. So it also accommodates users in multiple languages. So automatically you'll see that repurpose in-app content into various other content formats also happens, such as, let's say, videos, PDFs, slide decks, and more. So this is a package in itself, and that is what makes Whatfix all the more popular. The second one which I want to discuss today as part of the digital adoption platform, the second important Dept would be Pendo. Pendo is a product experience platform designed to help businesses understand user behavior and enhance the software adoption. So it offers in-depth analytics to track feature usage and user content and user engagement, enabling data-driven product decisions. So Pendo's in-app messaging and guides facilitate user onboarding and feature adoption without requiring engineering resources. So if you ask me, Pendo also provides tools for collecting user feedback and it aids in continuous product improvement. So Pendo also is highly versatile because there are some key features that makes it stand out from the rest of the platforms. Like it is very helpful in monitoring feature usage and user engagement with comprehensive analytics. And it also creates guides and announcements to assist users with in-app messaging. And it is also fruitful in gathering insights directly from users to inform development. The third significant Dept which I'll discuss today is app queues. So these are part of my commitment to give you some interesting insights into what all are happening with respect to the LMS platforms. You look into app queues, you see that app queues focuses on improving user onboarding and engagement through a no-code in-app experience. So it enables teams to design and deploy personalized onboarding flows, tooltips, and models tailored to user segments. So app queues offers A/B testing capabilities to optimize in-app content effectiveness. So if you ask me, its analytics is what is critical. It provides data on user interactions, helping refine onboarding process and enhance user retention. So app queues help in designing in-app content without developer assistance. They target the specific user groups without personalized content, and they evaluate the performance of different in-app experiences. So this is what app queues is all about. So we have seen 3 different digital adoption platforms: Whatfix, Pendo, and app queues. Now it's time to move on to learning experience platforms. LXP, we had a small glimpse into LXP. Today, I would like to look into some of the essential tools that are leading all the way in industry and doing the work systematically and emphatically. So you are looking into learning experience platforms. LXPs are personalized learning platforms that curate content based on user preferences and encourage self-directed social and collaborative learning experiences. So we'll start with the discussion on 360 learning. Now this is an interesting tool because 360 learning is a collaborative learning platform that combines the functionalities of an LXP and LMS. So that is the crucial USP that 360 learning is having. It combines the functionalities of an LXP and an LMS. So it emphasizes peer learning and content co-creation, enabling the subject matter experts within an organization to develop and share courses. So the platform supports social interactions such as discussion forums and feedback loops to enhance learner engagement and knowledge retention. So if you ask me, this 360 learning is one of the finest collaborative course creation that can be there for employees to design and share training content, leveraging the internal expertise. So this is what makes 360 learning more effective. It facilitates discussions, it facilitates feedbacks and knowledge sharing among learners, as case of the previous tools also. It suggests relevant learning materials based on the user behavior and needs. So customization to its maximum extent is being done here. It simplifies the creation of interactive and multimedia rich courses without requiring technical skills. So it tracks learner progress effectively and course effectiveness to inform continuous improvement. The second important learning experience platform that we'll discuss today is the LearnAmp. LearnAmp is a comprehensive people development platform that integrates learning management, employee engagement, and performance management. So it offers personalized learning journeys, combining formal training with social and experiential learning opportunities. So the platform includes tools for content curation, user-generated content, and community building, aiming to create an engaging and collaborative learning environment. So when you talk about this Learn app, I've categorically discussed the benefits of Learn app in my AI in HRM course in the NPTEL platform. Not to reiterate the entire thing, but I would like to discuss some of the key features that are part and parcel of this Learn app. It's a very interesting platform. If you look into Learn app, it enables personalized learning journeys for individual roles and career aspirations. So aggregation of external resources and creation of custom content is possible. And learning communities, they help for peer support and knowledge exchange, and helps in aligning learning objectives with performance goals to track development impact. So when you look into Learn app, the gamification elements such as badges, points, and leaderboards to motivate and engage learners are there. And this makes Learn app more critical and more popular. The third learning experience platform that I'll discuss today is the Juno Journey. Juno Journey is a learning experience platform that focuses on personalized employee development. So it combines learning management with performance tracking and career pathing, offering tailored content recommendations and development plans. So the platform integrates with various content providers and internal systems to deliver a seamless learning experience aligned with the organizational objectives. So if you critically use Juno Journey, you will see that there are customized learning paths based on individual skills and career goals. There are content integration possibilities from multiple sources, including third-party providers and internal repositories, if you ask me. There are also possibilities of monitoring employee progress and assessing the impact of learning on performance metrics. And Juno Journey helps in employee visualize the potential career trajectories and the skills required to advance. And this is vital because every single individual, every single employee would be always looking into his future, will be always concerned with his or her career advancement. So Juno Journey is a wonderful learning experience platform in that case. And finally, there is a lot of possibility of collaboration and knowledge sharing through forums and peer interactions in Juno Journey. Now let's look into some of the critical platforms which are also known as course authoring tools. Course authoring tools, if you ask me, are softwares that are used to create interactive and customized training content. It could include videos, it could include quizzes, it could include simulations, and even e-learning modules. We'll discuss some of the existing and popular course authoring tools. We'll start with the Gomo Learning. Gomo Learning is again a cloud-based, it's a cloud-based authoring tool focused on creating responsive and adaptive HTML5 learning content. So it emphasizes collaborative development and seamless deployment across multiple devices. So Gomo Learning is typically a cloud-based collaboration for multiple authors to work on projects simultaneously from different locations. It has a clear and verified responsive design. A variety of customizable templates are there to streamline the course creation in this platform. And please note, there is high compatibility with various learning management systems for tracking and reporting. So this provides insights into learner engagement and course performance that makes Gomo Learning very interesting. The second tool that I would like to discuss today as part of the course authoring tool is the Smart Builder. Smart Builder is an authoring tool designed for creating highly interactive and scenario-based e-learning courses. So it offers a visual programming approach, allowing developers to build complex interactions without extensive coding knowledge. So you look into this, Smart Builder, you will see that there are different, facilities within the platform. You can drag and drop interface for creation of interactive elements through a user-friendly visual editor. It supports branching scenarios. It supports simulations and custom navigation paths. And it generates content compatible with modern browsers and mobile devices. So typically, the Smart Builder allows the creation and reuse of templates and objects across different projects. And therefore, it enables the development of quizzes and assessments with detailed feedback mechanisms. The third course authoring tool that I'll discuss today is iSpring. You look into iSpring. iSpring Suite is a comprehensive e-learning authoring toolkit that allows users to create interactive online courses with ease, especially through its seamless integration with PowerPoint. So this is what makes it strong and robust. Integration with PowerPoint for quick course creation. Another significant aspect is the access to a vast content library with templates, characters and icons. And it also have specific built-in screen recording and video editing capabilities. And there are tools to create interactive quizzes and surveys with various question types. You also have the ability to develop role-play simulations for communication training, and responsive design ensures compatibility across all devices. So cloud-based collaboration through iSpring Space for team projects. So AI assistance for content generation is also there, course ideas are there, and possibilities for easy quiz creation is also there. Now let's look into something which we have time and again discussed in the previous few modules, that is micro-learning platforms. As you know, micro-learning platforms deliver short, focused learning modules designed for consumption. So it is ideal for just-in-time learning and improved retention. So let me now look into some of the critical micro-learning platforms that are used nowadays in industry. We'll start with 7TAPS. 7TAPS is a micro-learning platform designed to create and deliver engaging, bite-sized learning experiences rapidly. It emphasizes ease of use and accessibility, enabling organizations to actually enhance knowledge retention and performance support. So if you look into 7TAPS, there is a possibility of rapid creation of mobile-first micro-learning content. And what helps in here is the pre-designed templates that are available for consistent and appealing visuals. So you also see that there are some versatile sharing options, including links, QR codes, and integrations with platforms like Slack and MS Teams. You also see that there is a possibility and potential of real-time analytics to monitor learner engagement and progress. So please note, no app downloads are required. Learners access content directly via browser. Now we'll look into another significant micro-learning platform, which is Short Classes. Short Classes is a mobile-first micro-learning platform that enables organizations to create, distribute, and track short, impactful learning modules. So it focuses on enhancing learner engagement through interactive and gamified content. So you see that it has a user-friendly content creation tool for developing multimedia-rich lessons. So you see gamification elements like badges, leaderboards to motivate the learners. You also see this, since this is micro-learning platforms, the mobile accessibility is there, and it ensures that the learners can access the content anytime, anywhere. Peer-to-peer learning is also there, which features to encourage the knowledge sharing. And please note, you also do get an analytics dashboard to track the learning effectiveness and participation. The third significant micro-learning platform that I'll discuss today is Grovo. Grovo offers a comprehensive micro-learning library designed to empower employees with the on-job training. So it provides engaging, short content that addresses workplace challenges, enhancing skills quickly through relevant, easy to digest lessons. So you see that in Grovo, there's an extensive library of over 2,500 lessons on business, on compliance, on personal development topics. You also see that there are customizable content to align with specific organization needs. Integration capabilities with existing learning management system makes it more critical and relevant. You also see that Grovo comes up with assessments and quizzes to reinforce the learning and measure retention. And there is mobile friendly design for learning on the go in Grovo. So these are some of the critical micro learning platforms: 7 tabs, short classes, and Grovo. Again, please note this is not an exhaustive list, but I would say that these are the most relevant nowadays. Now we move on to some of the critical knowledge sharing tools. Knowledge sharing platforms facilitate information sharing across teams through internal wikis, through knowledge bases, and document repositories. So we'll start with the first and the most important one. You must have heard about it. It's called a SLAB. SLAB is a user-friendly knowledge sharing platform designed to help teams create, organize, and access information efficiently. So it integrates seamlessly with various collaboration tools, providing a unified knowledge hub. So when you talk about SLAB, the possibility is that it brings an integration with tools like Slack or Google Drive for centralized information access. The powerful cross-platform search functionality for quick retrieval of content makes it critical. Clean and intuitive interface facilitating easy content creation and navigation is what is the high point of SLAB. And please understand that there is specific element to support for public sharing of individual pages to disseminate information externally. So organization structure allowing articles to belong to multiple topics for versatile categorization is also one of the high points of SLAB. The second important knowledge sharing tool that I would like to discuss with you today is Nomax. Nomax is an AI powered knowledge management platform tailored to enhance customer service effectiveness. So it offers tools to create, manage, and distribute knowledge seamlessly across various channels. So it is used for interactive decision trees, simplifying complex processes into guided workflows. And please note, Nomax has certain visual how-to guides breaking down intricate tasks into step-by-step visual instructions. So technically, this is an AI-powered content creation tool, and the curation is done for efficient knowledge-based management. So seamless integration with existing customer service tools for unified operations and micro-segmented analytics, providing insights into content performance and user engagement are the USPs of Nomax. The third significant knowledge sharing tool would be Guru. Please note, Guru is also an AI driven knowledge management tool that delivers verified information directly within workflows, ensuring teams have access to accurate data when needed. So please note, a browser extension could be there which enables access to information from any web page. That's the beauty of it. There could be integration with platforms like Microsoft Teams or Slack for seamless knowledge sharing as in previous cases. You also see that there is automated content verification that ensures information remains current and reliable, and organizational structure utilizing collections, boards, groups, and cards for efficient content creation. And please note, there's also a potential for duplicate content detection, maintaining a streamlined and organized knowledge base. Now we'll discuss about the collaborative platforms. The seventh in the list, the collaborative platforms. We have already touched upon these collaborative platforms. You have already used some of the collaborative platforms. So till now, what all are the possibilities with respect to the learning management system or learning experience platforms? Many of those might be new to you. but something like Microsoft Teams you use on a day-to-day basis. So this is what makes collaborative platforms more, interesting and something which is close to us. When we look into the tools that enable team communication and peer learning through forums, chats, and shared workspaces, fostering social learning, it's all collaborative platforms. We start with the most important one, which we have already touched upon within this discussion itself. So we'll try to elaborate on Slack. Slack is a channel-based messaging platform designed to facilitate team communication and collaboration. So it integrates with numerous third-party applications, streamlining workflows and centralizing information. So you'll see that with Slack, there is a channel-based organization for focused discussions. There's a direct messaging possibility for private conversations. And we see that there is a possible integration with over 2,000 apps, including Google Drive and Trello, the ones which I'll be discussing soon. So you see that there is a searchable message history for easy information retrieval in case of Slack, and there is also possibility of file sharing and collaboration within conversations. Then you have the Microsoft Teams, something which is very close to us, we use on a day-to-day basis. As I mentioned, Microsoft Teams is a collaboration hub that integrates seamlessly with Microsoft 365, offering chat, video meetings, and file storages to enhance teamwork. Most of us know it. When you look into Microsoft Teams, the integration with Microsoft 365 applications, be it Word, be it Excel, be it PowerPoint, that makes it very user-friendly. Channel and team-based organization for structured collaboration is also enhancing the workability and durability of Microsoft Teams. We also have built-in video and audio conferencing capabilities. And we see that file storage and sharing through OneDrive and SharePoint also makes it more critical. We also see security and compliance features are there, which is suitable for enterprise use, not only for the personal ones. The third most important collaborative platform which I'll discuss today is Trello. Trello is a visual project management tool that uses boards, lists, and cards to help teams organize tasks and workflows effectively. So you see that the key features of Trello include, Kanban style boards for visual task management, customizable lists and cards to fit various workflows, collaboration through comments, attachments, and due dates on cards. We also see that there is a possible integration with tools like what we have seen, Slack, Google Drive, Dropbox, etc. So when we look into Trello, what makes it interesting is automation of repetitive tasks using the built-in butler feature. So this is a very cool tool. If you try to use it, you will understand that this is very user-friendly too. Now, let's move on to techniques of learning and development. So till now, we discussed on some of the tools, we discussed on the ups and downs, we discussed on the possibilities that these tools provide or actually facilitate. But now we are looking into techniques of learning and development. We'll start with adaptive learning. As is a functional word, adaptive learning uses AI and data analytics to deliver personalized learning experiences. So the system adjusts the content, difficulty, and learning pace based on the individual's performance, learning style, and progress. So you see, adaptive learning is ideal for continuous professional development, technical training, compliance, and personalized learning needs. So if you ask me, with respect to the adaptive learning, what are the advantages of adaptive learning? Let's look into that quickly. The first one would be personalized learning. Personalized learning is where you tailor content to the learner's specific need and pace, optimizing learning efficiency. The second possibility or the second advantage would be being scalable. So adaptive learning platforms can cater to large groups, while delivering individualized experiences. And you see that there is increased engagement. Increased engagement where you customize the content and keep learners more engaged and invested in their progress. So when you look into the advantages, we have to also consider the disadvantages. The disadvantages, yes, of course, is the high initial cost that comes first to my mind. Developing or purchasing adaptive learning platforms can be very, very expensive. Data privacy concerns, collecting personal data requires stringent privacy and security measures. You look into the limited availability, you see that adaptive learning tools are still developing and may not be widely accessible across all industries. Now we look into the second technique of learning and development, which is spaced learning. Spaced learning breaks down extended team member training programs into several sessions or modules of shorter duration. That's what the relevance of spaced learning is, with spaced intervals in between. So you see that the parts of these sessions are reintroduced multiple times over the next few days or weeks for learners to recall information, driving long-term knowledge retention. So that is why you space the learning, give them gaps so that the knowledge retention becomes significant. So spaced learning is ideal for skill building, it is ideal for compliance training and technical knowledge. You look into spaced learning, you'll see that there is a possibility of improved retention. That is, it reinforces learning through repetition over time. There is low cognitive load. Please note, breaking content into small chunks makes it always easier to digest. And it also makes it efficient. When you talk about the short sessions, it makes it easier for busy employees to participate. That's why even I tend to take this NPTEL course in a segment of 30 minutes to 40 minutes. Or sometimes it is 20 minutes, 25 minutes. If you go above 1 hour, any class, or for that matter, any interesting topic, you feel bored, you get disengaged from the class, no doubt about it. You look into disadvantages of spaced learning, that is also there. You are trying to focus on longer time frame when you are looking into spaced learning, because small chunks would add on to make it a longer time frame. So technically it requires a longer commitment as learning is spaced out over time. Then please note, there is a coordination that is heavily required for spaced learning, scheduling, organizing, repeated sessions that can be logistically challenging. Then there is also disengagement between sessions. Learners may lose the engagement or forget the content between the spaced sessions if the spacing is too high or too large. Now let's look into the third technique, which is collaborative training. Collaborative training involves learning through teamwork and shared experiences. So employees work together to solve problems, complete tasks, or discuss ideas. So the collaborative learning approach encourages knowledge sharing and mutual learning. That is also important. It's not only knowledge sharing, but also mutual learning. And please understand, these two are two different things. So I hope you have the clarity on this. When you are looking into collaborative training, it is ideal for team building exercises, innovation workshops, problem solving, and brainstorming sessions. So what are the advantages of collaborative training? You clearly look into collaborative training, you'll see that there is a reduced cost parameter. When training is conducted in groups, it reduces time investment and costs. When you look into team building, it fosters collaboration and teamwork. When you look into diverse perspectives, employees learn from each other's experience. That also becomes an advantage for collaborative learning. You look into the advantage of collaborative learning, you'll see engagement, interactive and engagement aspects, promoting higher retention rates. And last but not the least, you'll also see knowledge retention. When employees discuss concepts with each other, they solidify their understanding and are more likely to remember the information. Let's also look into the disadvantages of collaborative training quickly. You see group dynamics, you see ineffective collaboration problems due to group conflicts or even contributions that can reduce effectiveness. You see that this is also, like the space learning, a time-consuming process. So it requires significant coordination and time to complete the group activities. Now, when you talk about collaborative training, you have to also understand that this is very difficult to manage. So training outcomes vary widely based on the group chemistry and the dynamics part. The fourth important technique of learning and development is job shadowing. Job shadowing allows employees to follow and observe other professionals working in different job functions to gain insight into their work area. So it is also implemented to allow less experienced individuals to work alongside experienced professionals to sharpen the skills from those who have already mastered them. So job shadowing is ideal for career development. It is ideal for leadership training. It is ideal for role transitions. So when you talk about job shadowing, please understand it comes up with certain advantages like relationship building. This approach builds strong relationships between new hires and tenured employees. You see real world experience. It provides first-hand insight into specific roles or responsibilities. You see career development. It helps employees prepare for promotions or role changes. And it is low cost. It takes minimal resources that are required since learning happens in real time. But that said, there are certain disadvantages of job shadowing. Please note, there will be limited interaction possibility. Learning is passive as the employees observe rather than does. Is not always scalable, difficult to implement across many roles simultaneously. And please note, there is a certain dependence on mentor availability. That is, scheduling can be challenging depending on the mentor availability. Now, we move on to something which we have already touched upon, but we would like to take it up as a technique of learning and development, which is nothing but the case studies. So if you remember, in one of the earlier modules, we have touched on the case study as one of the method. Here we are looking into a possible technique of learning and development. So with the case study method, please note employees are presented with a real or fictional complex situation to analyze and use as a reference for the solutions. So while cases vary in complexity and detail, trainees must be given enough data and information to analyze the situation and devise solutions. So case studies are ideal for, let's say, leadership training, or maybe strategy development, or maybe problem solving exercises. So when we talk about case studies, we have to understand that there are certain possible advantages associated with case studies, and they include critical thinking, it encourages, no doubt, analysis and problem solving in real world context. There is a possibility of collaborative learning, which promotes teamwork and sharing of different perspectives, and there is a possibility for real world relevance. Real world relevance that ties theory to practical applicable solutions. But that said, case studies are also not devoid of any disadvantages. It is time consuming. Please note, case studies require significant time to prepare and discuss. There is possibility of subjective outcomes in case studies. It may lead to different solutions that could be difficult to evaluate equally. And always remember that case studies are not suitable for all learners. Some employees may struggle to relate case studies to their specific roles. So typically, we'd see that case studies might be very good tool in different B schools, but many a time as a learning and development tool in organizations, they fail. That would be the flip side of the case study. Now, in this session, we have categorically seen a list of tools. So I've tried to bring in a lot of practical tools that are active in the industry these days, be it the learning management system, be it the experience platforms, be it the authoring tools. So you'll see that many tools have different perspectives and different advantages and different disadvantages. So based on your requirement, you have to choose what is your organization suggesting you to. Where are you looking up to in the L&D vertical, or where do you want to rise yourself towards, or what is the particular requirement that your L&D vertical in the organization has. Based on that, if it's a case of knowledge repository, you have to take it accordingly. If it's a case of authoring tool, you have to look it accordingly. If it's a case of LMS, you have to look it accordingly. Or if it's a case of LXP, you have to take it accordingly. So what is your requirement? A certain customization is required, and this customization will give you a cost benefit analysis. So all the ROI initiatives, all the ROI analysis will fall in place if you take and pick the right tool. But that said, these are some of the possibilities. As the future evolves, you will see that more and more learning tools, learning and development tools, or tools that facilitate the learning and development will also evolve. So at the moment, I will see in the near future, these are the significant tools. So this is part of my commitment towards giving the learners, the course participants, a grip over some of the essential tools that are used in learning and development in the organization. Thank you for listening to me patiently. We'll see with more details in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.